Welcome to another episode of Kirk's Kickin' Kitchen.
Hello and welcome back. Today we'll be making a Japanese favorite, curry with rice. Now, I'm also going to add in an American flavor to it with using Jimmy Dean's sage sausage. Now, in Japan, usually you'll get your dishes separated. You'll have your rice, you'll have your curry, and you'll have the meat that they put with it. The hamburgers would be like a little hamburger bun, and you would chop it up and mix it up as you present it. As you can see, I just plopped it all on a plate. That's how I like to eat. Now, to start with, what we'll want is an onion. You don't need much. Doesn't have to be too diced. It really depends on how you would like your onions. Kind of like a stew when we're done with it. Then you can just buy baby carrots, save on the chopping, plop them in. And you're looking for about a cup full of onions and potatoes and carrots, and you can deviate from that recipe to your liking on whether if you want more onions or more potatoes. And potatoes, they could be smaller if you would like. They could be stew size as well. Plop them in our little pot. Then I'm going to use golden curry, which what I like about golden curry is I don't have to make it from scratch. And when you open this up, all it is dehydrated curry sauce. And on the packages it'll say about how many cups you want to add of water compared to how much spice you want to have it, because you can make curry really spicy. So I went for the mild. I'm breaking up all these. Then 2.5 cups of water. I would pour that in, and you set this on a simmer on your stove until it boils. You could boil the carrots and the onions separately and then make the curry sauce on top of it. It really goes to how cooked you want your vegetables on the inside. Another favorite of mine is just setting it all into a crock pot and letting it go. Now, you want to get it like a tenderloin. You could skip all the meat together and make it a vegan dish. That's all on you. Get yourself a tenderloin. You don't need much of the meat. Still got plenty of it left. And I'm just going to make some little bit of cube sizes here. Now with this, you want to sear it in a pan before you actually put it into your pot. So I would grab a bit of olive oil, put it in there, set it on the stove, sear both sides until it gets a little bit, until you get the pink out of it, and then you put it in your stew. Curry stew, that is. Now, depending on how you're going to make, if it's going to be traditional, you would want to make the meat separate into a dish to be added in, or you could ground it up as I have done over here and stir it all in, and that's just as good. In fact, I like doing that with the sage especially. It brings out more of the sage flavor, and it just tastes really good. And about a cupful or so of, not too much because you don't want it too oily, of olive oil. Now the only thing we're missing at that point, after we've mixed everything into our pot and we've set it on our stove and started to cook, is the rice. Now with rice, you could get yourself the 5-minute cook rice, or you could do what I do and you could buy yourself a rice cooker. I really like rice cookers. It just, the rice comes out a lot better. A lot fluffier. It's just me. But rice cookers, they'll range. You could buy the little tiny ones for yourself. They're very simple, and all you would do is get yourself some rice. I use currently I'm using Mahatma. I just completely botched that name. Mahatma. And you want to use about a cupful of rice per cupful of water. A lot of these have indents on the inside that say what you're going to fill up the water level to, depending on how many cups of rice. So if I were to put 1 cup of rice in here, I have to fill to a level on the outside of about 1. It's not rocket science. And then once I have done that with all of these, all I would do is stick it in there with the water obviously already in there. And then I would flip on the on switch and come back and it'd be done. As you can see over here, I got this one set. This is a little tiny one. All I had to do is flip it to cook, and I would come back in about 30 minutes or so and have some nice fluffy rice. Now that we're on the subject of rice, when you're dealing with rice, that's why I didn't put the water in it just yet. Especially with the non-instant, you want to put a little bit of water in there. Obviously wash your hands before you do this. And as you swim it around, you'll get this milky, cloudy, white substance on top of your rice. It's probably hard to see that right now. And you just want to drain that out a little bit and add some more water in. You're just washing some of the starch out so to make it fluff up a lot better. About 2 to 3 times and you'll get your rice to fluff up even better. And that is pretty much it for my Japanese curry rice with Jimmy Dean's sage sausage. It's an absolutely divine dish. You have a lovely day, and this has been another Kirk's Kickin' Kitchen.